Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Chitchatinmycar, where we talk about various topics: business, life, sports, pop culture, comedy, whatever is on my brain at the time. This morning is going to be kind of a little bit of a serious one. I know it's dark, you can barely see me, but it's real early, and I just wanted to be able to talk about this subject this morning. So thank you for tuning in to another episode, and I hope you enjoy what you're watching. Let me share a story with you this morning. We'll talk about a teenager back in Indiana. Became one of the best shooters when it came to basketball. Not the best, but one of the best. Could hit it from three-point range, free throws, from the side. It didn't matter. Could shoot the rock. But there was something about this teenager. When he got into the game, would not shoot the ball. You know, in practice or pickup games, one-on-one, man, he would drain them shots. It didn't matter. But when he got into the game, he always passed the ball. He just couldn't get over the hump to shoot the rock. Finally, in his junior year, it cost him being able to get onto the team. Because yes, even though this teenager was an awesome, could shoot the rock anywhere, he just wouldn't shoot it when they got into the game. That person was me. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about confidence. Confidence has always been something that, self-confidence, I guess I should say. Even though I knew that I could play basketball, I didn't have the confidence to shoot the rock in the game. I remember one time, it was my sophomore year, coach put me in. He said, look, I don't care what happens. We're going to get you the ball and you shoot the rock. He goes, I don't care. He goes, if you don't shoot the rock, I'm going to put you back on the bench. So I knew that going in. So here I am. I get in. They set a pick for me. I come off the pick. They pass me the ball. I don't shoot the rock. I pass it to somebody else. Guess what? I go to the bench. But here's the thing. I was a very, very good shooter. Very good. But I would not shoot the rock. So let's fast forward. Confidence is still a thing. Now, as far as basketball is considered, I mean, after I graduated high school, actually I could say after I got cut from the team my junior year, I went and played intramural basketball, where they had a program where the coaches were the teenagers that were actually on the high school team, and they would draft people or whatever, and then we would play off season, and they would be our coaches. I got picked up. I think I was like the second pick overall. Man, my very first game, my coach that cut me was at that game. I said, all right, I'll show you that I got that confidence. I think I went 11 for 12 from the field. I ended up with like 24 points. I only missed one shot. That's pretty much how that season went in intramural basketball. I mean, I was on a mission. My confidence in basketball increased drastically because I was cut. And I knew it was only because of my confidence. Well, I tried out for the senior team, but, you know, I was small. You know, my forte was shooting, but we had some tall people. We had tall guards. So, I mean, I didn't make it my senior year, and I went and did the intramural thing that they had that year as well. And, of course, the same thing happened. I remember my coach was actually my best friend. He made the team. Well, he was a junior, but he made the team, and I remember we were down by 3. I came down, I hit a three-pointer, I tied it up, it went into overtime. Well, his favorite team was IU, Indiana Hoosiers, Bob Knight, of course, who is known for throwing a chair all the way across the other side against my Purdue Boilermakers. Well, he decided to get a technical because we got fouled or whatever, and he decided to throw a chair across. And we ended up losing the game. But I ended up joining a church league, and I remember we had 2 people foul out, so we only had 4 players left, so we played with 4, and I think we were down by 6, and I ended up hitting 2 threes, tying it up, and then we ended up winning in overtime with 4 people. So, I mean, my confidence changed so much in basketball. I mean, I could go out now. I mean, I'm 43 years old. I haven't played forever. But I know as far as shooting, I wouldn't be afraid to compete with anyone as far as shooting. Now, if I tried to dribble and stuff, I could dribble, but I'd be out of breath after like 10 dribbles. But my confidence is so much better now as opposed to then. But that's just in basketball. My self-esteem as far as me as a person, it's still lacking. I'm trying to get better at that. I try to look at myself the way God looks at me. That's tough to do when you've been through a lot of junk. But I have to tell you, God works in mysterious ways. I've never, showed my little girls or any of my children my lack of self-confidence. And it's weird because just this past weekend, my daughter looks at me and she gave me a hug. And sorry if I get a little teary-eyed, but she looked at me, and I've never led her to believe that I lack self-confidence or any of this, but she looked at me and she goes, "Daddy, I love you for the way you are." And that meant so much to me, and I know that God was using her to speak to me that I got to have more self-confidence. Let me tell you, self-confidence holds you back from so much stuff, work-related, relationship-wise. I mean, people get tired of hearing you talk down about yourself. So going this day forward, I'm gonna do my best to try to look at myself the way that God looks at me, because it really, really makes a difference being positive about yourself. It definitely shows. I might not ever told my kids that or portrayed that, but they can see it. So when she told me that was such an eye-opener. So for any of you that have self-esteem issues or lack of confidence, don't. Do whatever you can to build that confidence, especially in things that you know you're good at. Don't let confidence hold you back, because confidence, man, I mean, I'm sitting here at 43 and I could be doing a lot more things if I wasn't so down on myself or so, thinking that, everybody's looking at me weird, or who cares what people think. You are who you are, and be the best person that you could possibly be. That's real talk right there. Confidence. Confidence is such a big thing. Man, it was such a blessing when my little 6-year-old said, "Daddy, I love you for who you are." It's so awesome. And again, I'm sorry if I get emotional, but man, kids are awesome, and I want to be a role model for my children. I want to be a better leader at work. But you got to have that confidence. You got to have that confidence. You can't let past experiences or things that you went through hold you back. So from this day forward, I'm going to do everything I can to build my self-confidence up, because I am good in a lot of different areas that I've been held back over the years because of myself. So I'm encouraging you, any of you that have self-esteem issues or lack confidence, do whatever you got to do to go find that confidence. You'll be more successful. You'll feel so much better about yourself. It will just be overall much better for you. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please comment below. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell button so you can receive the latest updates. And thank you for tuning in to another episode of Chit Chat in My Car. Everyone have a blessed day.